Hey all, good morning. Welcome to ShareTreck, and I want to share with you just a few of my observations for today, and hoping that this is going to be a good luck charm for today and that the market starts going in the right direction. Let's get started. Well, here we are in the TradingView platform. I'm going to take you quickly to the futures, which are looking positive. I mean, 0.23, I will any day take it. It doesn't mean much, but still positive bias. And if we were to look at QQQ is also looking good. Pre-market, it's up 0.31%. And our major obstacle is this line of resistance here at 449.17. And looking at the way the momentum is above average and mildly positive, and MACD also being pretty good, moving away from the signal line in a bullish manner. All these things lead me to believe that today is going to be a good day. And to confirm that further, let us look at VIX, which is up marginally 0.79%. That's not too much at this point of time, pre-market. Once the market opens, we'll see what happens. If you look at S&P 500, that again has got a pretty decent momentum, and it has got a great MACD, and this is going to reach a level of resistance out here that it needs to cross, and this resistance is going to be 524.47. We are at 520.17. So today we will see what happens. It could be a ceiling for today, and the most important thing to note is to see whether we're going to bounce down from there, or maybe we start going above this and creating new highs. So that's what I would be looking forward to. And when you look at the Dow Jones, you see something similar with really good momentum and MACD moving away from the signal line in a bullish manner. It's all go, go, go. Once again, I'll put a resistance out here, which we need to crossover. I'll just adjust this a little bit. It's at 398.26 for Dow Jones. And if you look at IWM, Russell Index, again, still in good shape, showing the same characteristics like all the other indices, looking quite bullish for today. And I look at the put call ratio, and it looks mildly bullish to me, and bullish to neutral, I would say. So overall, it's all looking good. Now let's look at the yield curves. So if you look at the 2-year, 5-year, and 6-year, you can see that they are very, very close to each other. In fact, the 10-year and the 2-year is almost flat. And the encouraging thing I see out here is the increase in 5-year and 10-year is a higher percentage than the increase that I see in 2-year, which kind of indicates to me that the yield curve is tending to go back towards normalcy. So that's what I would take from here. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. These are my personal opinions. But this also makes me feel that probably we are back in the mend, and we may probably start getting back into bullishness. Now, I would like to briefly look at some stocks that I want to talk about. Apple, for instance, is starting to look good again. Of course, we have a huge gap up out here, but Apple is looking good. Momentum is pretty good. MACD is also looking good. If you look at Amazon again, it's looking pretty good. And yesterday we managed to cross the resistance, which was at 189.18, and we are at 189.50. So today I would look at Amazon capitalizing from there. Unfortunately, pre-market Amazon is down minus 0.11%. But still, we are at 189.30 pre-market as compared to the resistance at 189.18. So the verdict is still out on that. But looking at MACD and looking at momentum, I think Amazon should prevail. If you look at Meta again, now I'm going to color this red because it's a line of resistance. We had a huge gap down, and we are trying to cover the gap down. So it's the proper movement, and we have the momentum in a very good shape, just above average. MACD also improving. So Meta is starting to show signs of life, and given the fact that there has been a steady increase out here, I think the gap fill is in progress. The biggest resistance for today is going to be 483.83, and we are at 475.42. So I'm looking at Meta being positive. Again, Microsoft is looking good out here on the charts to me. And if I look at the exponential moving averages, they are all looking like they're going to do a golden cross, which is a bullish symbol. Momentum above average, MACD bullish. all looking good out here. Next, we look at Google, which was up 0.25% yesterday, but pre-market it is losing steam. It's gone down minus 1.12%. Probably this also because of a competing search engine type product coming from OpenAI. I've heard about those things. Let us see what happens when the market opens. Then we look at FNGU, which is my favorite barometer, which is up 0.93%. So the MAG5 story at least is pretty intact and things are looking good for MAG5, I think. But if I was to look at the momentum out here, the positive factor is that it is above average and pretty strong momentum. The MACD also is bullish, but there was a tendency yesterday of tending towards the signal line. I'm hoping that that will get corrected today because of the momentum from Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Nvidia. So those are the stocks that I wanted to talk to you about. Again, Nvidia is going to challenge its all-time high once again. So we are looking for that to happen. Are we going to surpass that? That's the question. Now let's come over to the genomics side. And in genomics, you will see that Bluebird is at the top of the pile and it has improved smartly to 1.12. Unfortunately, my holdings of Bluebird are at 1.26. So I'm waiting for it to cross over that. And we have a resistance out here at 1.32. So I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll make that grade out here. Having released their financial statements has given a little bit of confidence to the market. I'm going to do a review of the financial statements and come up with a video separately. Editas was up 10.43% yesterday, and pre-market there are no trades. And if you look at Bluebird pre-market, it's up 0.89%, so it's looking good there. And then the other company I would like to look at out here is CRISPR Therapeutics. Post earnings, it was a bit sluggish. Pre-market, it was positive, and then later on, closer to market opening, it sank into the negative. But during the day, CRISPR Therapeutics picked up post earnings, and it's up 0.49%. And I was not a great fan of the earnings report because there wasn't enough color about Casgevy, but we got the information from Vertex. So you can check out my video from yesterday on CRISPR earnings, where I spoke about purely the prospect of CRISPR Therapeutics as a potential blue chip. I had not spoken about their earnings per se. So today I'm going to talk about earnings, what was expected by the market and what was actually delivered. So it will be a short video. Please watch out for that. And I think today CRISPR Therapeutics is struggling to pick up. The MACD is also faltering a little bit. So I don't know which way it's going to go, but I think it's a really good company. I bought some 100 CRISPR Therapeutics yesterday because it's in my purchase price range. My purchase price range was 55 to 60. Right now it's at 53.55. After looking at the earnings release, I thought I'll take my stake there. So that's already done. So I'm voting with my money out there. So these are the companies that I wanted to talk about. The other company that I'm very interested in is Illumina, which is up 1.15% pre-market, and yesterday it gained 0.66%. And my excitement here is about the Grail divestiture, and I'm hoping that the new CEO Paul Thyssen is able to do a clean slate after the Grail divestiture, and we have absolute focus on genomic sequencing and take from there. So friends, that's what I'm looking forward to today. And I think it's going to be a great day in the market for the MAG5. I'm not that confident about the genomics because, as I mentioned to you before, friends, as long as the interest rate regime is high, it's going to be a problem. But if I was to take some clues on the way the yields are moving on the 2-year, 5-year and 10-year, I would say that it's going in the right direction. So genomics should do better now as compared to before. So if earlier we had 4 red days in a week, I think now we may have 3 or 2 red days in a week for genomics. But it's going to be range bound until the tax cuts actually start to happen. And that's my personal opinion, not financial advice. So one last word for most of the people who are highly focused on genomic companies is that CRISPR Therapeutics is less risky in this whole lot. Illumina will also be less risky going forward. But any other genomic company that you're going to put money on in our watch list, they are all risky because of the high interest rate regime and the lack of earnings for these companies. So please keep that in mind. Again, personal opinion, not financial advice. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Have a nice day at the markets. Bye.